We finna talk to y'all about how Freemasonry is involved with all of this when you're dealing with NWA.
A lot of people still don't understand when people say that every single mainstream rapper is some kind of puppet, some form of a puppet. No matter what message they're putting out, like my brother Bro Sanchez stated in earlier videos, you have cops that do their job, then you have corrupt cops. It's the same thing with the music industry. You have rappers who are paid off to pretend like they're promoting a good image, and then you have rappers who do what they're supposed to be doing, destroying the black community, okay? When you look at a person like Ice Cube, this man is a secret member of the Freemasons and the Nation of Islam, people. Now, if you don't believe me, we have a whole bunch of pictures and videos that you can click on and see for yourself of Ice Cube meeting and shaking hands and in meetings with the Nation of Islam at seminars with these people. It's not a game. It's not a joke. Ice Cube is promoting the whole mainstream racial division, New World Order agenda.
And if you want to get on a deeper level, I keep telling y'all about Saturn's hex. See, in the middle of that six-pointed star is a hexagon. And that hexagon is really a box or a cube. And if you look at the Masonic magic square, we talking about a system of cubes. They stand on the square or the cube. So when we deal with Ice Cube, we can already see the Masonic symbolism in the man's name, people. Come on, cube vision.
If you look at the date of Eazy-E's birth, he was born September 16th. Now, 16 is going to be very significant when you look into Tupac and Eazy-E and even Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson died on the 25th of the month. Tupac was born on the 16th and Eazy-E was born on the 16th. So all those numbers add up to 7. Now, I told people in my earlier videos that 7 energy is Neptunian energy, which is seeing through the lies, divine love, and just divine energy and intuition. Okay, that's what your higher 7 chakras represent, people. And Eazy-E, Tupac, and Michael Jackson were able to tap into those and use them to their benefit and share the information and the energy with the masses. So when you look at someone who was born on September 16th, that's Neptune in Virgo. When you look at Tupac, who was born on June 16th, that's Neptune in Gemini. When you look at Tupac's death date or the date he got shot, it was September 7th. And then he died 6 days later on the 13th, people. 9/13 again. When you look into what happened to Eazy-E that night when he entered the studio and supposedly got jumped by Suge Knight's crew, that's very interesting because there's videos of 2 family members of Eazy-E that said that after it happened, he went to them and told them and explained to them that Suge Knight was not the perpetrator behind it, and it was actually the Nation of Islam. And when he entered the studio, it was about 7 to 8 members of the Nation of Islam wearing suits and bow ties, and he was beaten up and held down, and somebody injected him in the back of his shoulder. Somebody injected him with the virus because they stood him up. It was a struggle. He fell down and somebody got on top of him and injected him when he was struggling with the other members. Okay, and we got the videos to prove all of this. It's gonna blow you guys away, man, because Suge Knight was used as a scapegoat. People, don't you understand that real evil sadistic person is not gonna leave any trace that leads the BS back to them? They're not gonna leave any evidence that traces the problem back to them, people. They need scapegoats, and Suge Knight was their scapegoat.
We see that when Eazy-E died, that Dr. Dre was able to get all of his earnings from Interscope, and that by Eazy-E being deceased, that 6% no longer stood. So Dr. Dre really benefit off it, and plus he didn't have this man on his tail exposing who he really was. Me, in my opinion, I do believe that the Nation of Islam carried it out under the orders of the Jewish Defense League, in particular the Jew who was over Dr. Dre at Interscope at that time, when Dr. Dre went like a baby complaining like these Illuminati puppets do. If they have a problem with somebody, they can have you annihilated. And as you can see, the media works on their side because to this day, the truth, what we're telling you, is seen as the conspiracy, and the huge story that everybody heard about Eazy-E on TV, we see as the truth. When I'm showing you videos right here of people who was close to Eazy-E saying the same thing we saying, but we know some of y'all still gonna go out there and believe the mainstream story like a fool.
Shortly after Eazy-E's death, like I said before, Ice Cube blew up with endorsement deals, movies, and a whole bunch of album sales. And he also came out with an album called Lethal Injection. And if you really think that's some kind of coincidence, I believe you need some kind of help. And even Suge Knight, when you look into Suge Knight, recently, for the past 8 years, Suge Knight has been exposing the elite and been exposing Dr. Dre for being a homosexual, been exposing P. Diddy for being a homosexual. And Suge Knight's been saying the truth that Tupac is alive and has been saying that he was used as a scapegoat. And what has been happening to Suge Knight, people? 2014 at Chris Brown's concert in Los Angeles, Suge Knight was shot 6 times in the stomach and carted off to the hospital in intensive care. And even after that, just recently, earlier in 2015, he was on the set of the NWA movie to meet up with Dr. Dre to settle an altercation with Dr. Dre. And there was about 4 men outside of Suge Knight's vehicle, and somebody pulled a gun out on Suge Knight, and Suge Knight ran the person over because he was in front of his car, and Suge Knight was in fear of his life. And you know that the media purposely failed to let people know that, okay? If anybody pulls a gun out on me when I'm driving in a vehicle, I'm definitely gonna run their ass over. So after that happened to Suge Knight, he got sentenced to, I wanna say, 10 plus years in prison and $28 million of bail, people. Please wake the hell up, because they're not gonna set that high of bail for anybody for no goddamn reason. They want this man off the streets because he's telling the truth.
We can really dig deep into this. We also gonna show you, as we close this video out, we're gonna leave you with one more video of Mr. Jerry Heller, what he had to say about Eazy-E's death himself. So you don't have to take our word for it. We're gonna let you hear what he got to say. And after that, we're gonna play y'all this real deep poem video of what Eazy-E said about the Illuminati. He wrote a poem about it, and the poem is very revealing and it's very profound, so you can check it out yourself.
The poem, not only that poem, but Eazy-E made a song called Real MF and G's, okay? And that was basically exposing not only Dr. Dre, but Suge Knight as well, even Jerry Heller. So this poem, mixed with the Real MF and G's video, is what finally sealed the deal for Eazy-E's fate and what led to his death.
Do I think that something fishy happened to Eazy? Absolutely. I don't believe for a second that someone that had as much money as we did and could afford, you know, whatever, like Magic Johnson could, and who doesn't even test positive anymore, you know, I don't believe that he could have possibly died that quickly from that disease, from full-blown AIDS. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe it either when I hear that.
I think that something went on there, and like I say, I have my own ideas about who was involved, but all I'm willing to say is this: I'm the only one that didn't profit from his past.
Wish we were there, breaking all the rules, when niggas try to play fair. Ain't nothing fair in this game of life. You gotta get yours before you lose your life. The game is designed for them to win. You think I'm lying? Visit the pen. They already got a number reserved for your ass. Don't be a fool and join their class. They want you to enroll in their institution so they can pimp you with their new form of prostitution. Wake up, my niggas, and hear me clear. Don't be a slave to this game called fear. You got a mind, you gotta use it. Because if you don't, they will abuse it. Don't be a victim to their game. Learn the rules, my niggas, and do the same. There's a lot more money on that other side. And my niggas, you don't have to run and you don't have to hide.
Yeah, so that's basically all we have on that particular subject. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. It's The Chosen One, man. I'm out.